walks up towards the stall and has gone straight in. They're all set, ready to go. Stand by. $1.35 for Honty. TAB favourite. Good luck to young Paul Grantham having his first race ride on Honty. They're racing now, and Honty jumped pretty well. Slow out Laser Show and Dodge Tide, and also Republic, and one of the best away was Limbo Chio with Klondike Lil. Honty spears up quickly to grab them, and down on the inside Cafe Dumont prominent from Mobilong. They were followed then on the inside by Halo Bay, and around them Quick Invite. Further back in the field behind Quick Invite at that stage then came on the inside Amber S from Laser Show. Tiara Jane's a mile back out of ground, 8 or 9 off the lead. 4 lengths away Dodge Tide, and forget about Republic. On the side they race now, and the leader is Honty taking over from Klondike Lil, Mobilong, Cafe Dumont. Over on the outside Southern Slave, and then 2 or 3 Limbo Cheer. They were followed by Halo Bay, Tiara Jane trying to get into the clear with Amberesque, and further back behind them Laser Show, and well back in the field at that point Dodge Tide and Republic. Honty just the leader, runs down towards the 250 by a half. Coming after it Southern Slave, then Klondike Lil. Little Paul Grantham shakes up the leader Honty. It responds, kicks a half in front. Southern Slave coming after it with Klondike Lil. Young Paul Grantham riding for his dear life on Honty, grabbed by Southern Slave. Honty and Southern Slave, here's a go. Southern Slave just wearing down the other one, Honty, and just won. Southern Slave just beat Honty. Third I'm not sure about. Limbo Cheer, Mobilong, and also Halo Bay and Klondike Lil, a line of 4 for the minor. Then came Cafe Dumont from Quick Invite. Further back in the field Tiara Jane, never a possibility. Laser Show well back with Republic, and Dodge Tide was a long last. Official placings after the third. Southern Slave will be the winner. Number 15. They're not official as yet, but that's how you'll find it. Number 15, Southern Slave, Brendan Sweeney for David Binyon. Raced by Mr. and Mrs. D and DM Binyon. A 4-year-old bay gelding by Stanley Studsire, Fearless Prince from Friendly Slave. You'll find it's just worn down Honty. Young Paul Grantham rode the horse well, had it nicely positioned throughout, and it's just failed to hold off the other one by Tonto from Fairy Rock, Paul Grantham for David Balfour. And the judge has called for the photo. Robert Clarkin, W. Benchick, Florrie Stumpf, D. Thomas, M. Need, and G. Wilson are the part owners. I think you'll find they've just been beaten, and it's anyone's guess for third. We had about 4 of them across the line. Amber S was running on. What else was there? Limbo Cheer was certainly one of them. And also Halo Bay and Klondike Lil. We had a line of about 4 for third spot. But it's tight enough for first, but you'll find that Southern Slave will get it. Number 15 over Honty, number 3, and they'll need another print for a third, I'm sure. Southern Slave, Brendan Sweeney. Number 3, Honty, Paul Grantham is second. And third placing to 16, Limbo Chio, but top post from in Limbo, Danny Kavanagh for John Hall. 15, 3 and 16. 11 ran officially fourth, Mobilong by Sonny Minx out of Cherrion Bay. And number 6 was fifth, Halo Bay by Don't Say Halo from Miss Baritone. 15, 3 and 16 after the running of the Langies Maiden second division. Most timely win. And here comes the filly in question now. This Zephyr Bay filly, beautiful rich brown coloured filly. Remember, she's only a yearling. She was only purchased at the Exit Adelaide Million sale just a couple of weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago in fact. And she's now owned by Hyperion Syndications. Looks $1 million, doesn't she? Well, she won't cost anything like that to become involved with. She's by Zephyr Bay, a superstar himself. He's had 86 winners from 143 named race foals. He's produced 3 champions already, 17 stakes winners and 10 stakes place getters at Zephyr Bay. So on her... Winner scored by a neck, 2 lengths to third, 112.08. That's a neck by 2, a neck by 2 lengths, 112.08. 112.08. Placings of 15, 3 and 16 after the third of the day. And now $1.65. They're racing, caught them pretty well. Shortly after Toppertoon and the All White drifted back with Northern Sovereign, and a bit slow out was Princess Devlin and also Gold Basto. On the other hand, Southern Slave Belaton are going keenly, and as they settle fully into stride, they're going very fast in the leading division. Now Star at the Bar is up there with those. Adelaide Action's running up to be about equal second. Around them goes Mo Belong, and up there with them Two Totemic from None So Bold outside English Edition. The riders lost the cloth cap. They were followed by Bay of Gold on the outside. On its inside, Direct Command, wide as Bold Door. Then further back, Princess Devlin, Gold Basto, Cavalier Girl, Northern Sovereign. And last of all was Toppertoon. On the side they race, and the leaders are gone quickly. It's Belaton, a length, Adelaide Action, Southern Slave, Mo Belong, Star at the Bar, None So Bold, hooking around them with Totemic the centre. Then English Edition looking for room on the inside. On the outside of those came Bay of Gold, and further back in the field behind that division, Direct Command. In the straight they race, and Belaton at the 400, a length in front. Southern Slave second, and then Adelaide Action, followed by Mo Belong. Over on the outside, Totemic, None So Bold is paddling away, and Cavalier Girl is starting to get a spurt on. Belaton grabbed by Southern Slave. Mo Belong comes at it, and right down the outside, a Cavalier Girl, Totemic, and None So Bold, but Mo Belong in front with 120 to go. Southern Slave comes at it on the inside. It's finishing a bit better. Southern Slave pushes the head up on the rail, and Southern Slave for the Bickies wins from Mo Belong. Third is very tight. We've got either English Edition or wide out Princess Devlin. Even deeper Northern Sovereigns run about fifth. They were followed then by Star at the Bar, and in that division Two Totemic, Bay of Gold. Then further back Belaton, and pulling up quickly None So Bold, with them Direct Command, Adelaide Action. Further back then Bold Door. Then came Gold Basto, followed by Toppertoon and Cavalier Girl, who beat a few home, pulled up very quickly over the line. Southern Slave has got the money. Race 5, number 5. A 4-year-old bay gelding by Fearless Prince from Friendly Slave. Raced by Mr. and Mrs. David Binyon. Trained by David Binyon at Gawler. Only ever prepares 1 or 2 horses at any one time, and they usually pay their way. Brendan Sweeney, the rider. Number 5, Southern Slave. Showed some courage. He looked as though Mo Belong had his measure with about 200 to go, but it fought back doggedly. Number 7, Mo Belong by Sonny Minks from Cherian Bay, Michael Carson for Barry Klusky. And if they don't want a photo for first, they'll probably need one for third, because the English Edition on the rail is by Top Post from English Accent, Danny Kavanagh for David Balfour. At wide out, Princess Devlin, who finished well by Good as Diamonds Dance Tune, Debbie Lloyd for Miss C.E. Blacker. Now there's the winning number. Number 5, Southern Slave is first. 7, Mo Belong second. And waiting on the third number, it goes to number 15, Princess Devlin, ahead of English Edition. And another one there with them too. Put up 14, Northern Sovereign getting 4th, so English Edition must have finished close up in 5th placing down on the rail. Right.
Approximately 1 minute to Bundamba race 4.
Now that winner scored by a half neck. There were 2 3/4 lengths to third. A half by 2 3/4, 124.95. half a neck by 2 3/4, 124.95.
To it quickly, Southern Slave, in turn Reverend. Joanna Gwen was also joining in strongly. Out wider, Trans and Sharpello, Real Liberty. Further back in the field then would have been Zetland, and then Indy's Performer going to the 200 though. Southern Slave is the leader. Reverend trying hard. Joanna Gwen now starting to come home strongly on the outside. It's still the leader, Southern Slave. Reverend the centre trying hard. Joanna Gwen won't get there. Reverend on the outside might have done best, I think. Reverend's probably beaten Southern Slave. Joanna Gwen third. Might be Indy's Performer for fourth. Further back in the field then we had Zetland, Sharpello. They're followed by Face Fear. Northern Sovereign was out wide. Then Crusader's Image. Real Liberty, Matavu. Further back Benefit Miss, Lendon, Transin. And Pips Ladder's knocked up to be one of the last in. Tight go. This one has fought on well on the inside, Southern Slave, but the top weight, I think, Reverend, probably doing best going to the post. Joanna Gwen had its chance, the favourite, but hasn't been able to get the other pair. There might be Indy's Performer there for the pick four. We get a look at the replay, and doesn't look to be much doubt there that Reverend on the outside will get the result from number 7, Southern Slave.
And Super Cheap Stakes, first leg of today's Portside Mitsubishi for Trella. Rider on Wax Lyrical, revving it up. She's stargazing a little. John O'Connor working. Highland Bent Red. No harm done. John Munro stayed intact. An attendant comes in now to pull the head around on Wax Lyrical. She's just not concentrating. Now she's right there racing, and she jumped well, Wax Lyrical. Pinged out, in fact, a half in front of Lake Yellow. Apollo Victory jumped well, so did Music Canna. Highland Bent next from Dark Spectre, Southern Slave, Breezy Bray. Further back a length and a half to 2 off Trim's Heritage, 4 to Warriuta. And last of all, Reckless Lover. On the side turn they race now. 800 from home. Wax Lyrical, the inside, is one of the leaders. There's another one going up to it. Music Canada just shade it now. Dainty Glass out of the pack to third, followed by Lake Yellow, Highland Bent, Southern Slave. Hard ridden behind those then Trim's Heritage, Breezy Bray the rail. 3 lengths Apollo Victory, 2 more to Dark Spectre, then Warriuta, and 4 away to Reckless Lover. At the top of the running for the long run home, and the leaders still are Wax Lyrical and also Dainty Glass 3 deep, and in the centre Music Canna. Breezy Bray pokes up along the rail, and then Lake Yellow from Southern Slave. Dark Spectre out wide, Highland Bent, and even deeper was Trim's Heritage. Racing down, halfway down the straight, under 200 to go. Wax Lyrical is joined on the outside by Dainty Glass. Southern Slave is sprinting quickly at the pair. Dainty Glass, Wax Lyrical, Southern Slave, Dainty Glass, Wax Lyrical, Southern Slave. Southern Slave, the outsider, nose to Dainty Glass, Wax Lyrical. Then came Lake Yellow, Breezy Braid, then a fair break to Highland Bent, Apollo Victory, Trim's Heritage, Music Canna, Dark Spectre, Warriuta and Reckless Lover. I think this is just going the day, number 3, Southern Slave, but it's an awkward angle we work on here. But I do lean to number 3, Southern Slave, a 5-year-old bay gelding by Stanley Studded Clare's Fearless Prince from Friendly Slave, raced by Mr. and Mrs. David Binyon and DM Binyon, trained by David Binyon at Gawler, ridden by Darren Holland. From number 5, Dainty Glass, a mare by Tolhurst from High Card, David Carney for MS McMahon and the owners, MB Brighton and LB Hetherington and the trainer himself. And Wax Lyrical, not far away on the rail. A mare by Top Post from Hot Gossip, Brenton Patterson the trainer, John O'Connor the rider. That's only a maybe. The judge has called for the photo, possibly 3:5:10 in the time of 1.06. 1.06. So the time very constant for that 1100 metre trip here today.